Today, I just wanted to talk about the new Minecraft mountains and how amazing they are. Now, I've noticed that when you create a lot of the new worlds in using the preset seeds, I've noticed that a lot of the seeds are actually completely different than they are before. So, as before, we had these seeds. We had abandoned village, bamboo forest, coastal village, desert village. You got a bunch of these. Now, the images were the representations of that seed, but before 1.17 and now in 1.18 with the caves and cliffs feature enabled, we'll notice that these seeds are completely broken. Well, they're not broken, but actually they're broken because they don't spawn you at the correct place. Like, you see, this is an abandoned village, right? And guess where we're gonna spawn right after this gets created? That's right, we do not spawn in a abandoned savannah village. Instead, we spawn in this desert, it seems like. And then behind us, we have these forest hills, which actually look kind of nice. But this is not what the seed told me. It told me that I was gonna have a savanna. Now, you'll notice that over in the distance, we have some spruce trees and we have a lot of forest. That seems kind of interesting, you know? This is an interesting looking seed. We even have a little, wait, what? We have two desert wells. Okay, this is actually an amazing seed right here. What the fuck? We have two desert wells and so close to each other. This is really useful, actually. If you need water, just like it's right here. This is really useful. Okay, that's not the main thing of this video. You can see that this is actually a brand new mountain biome. This is like the meadow right here, and then you keep going higher and higher, and then you'll notice that the mountain keeps going, and then you have, for some reason, vines generate right here, which I think vines generate in a bit of a weird place. Like I think this is a bug, but like as you can see, like these mountains, like this is like the I think this is like the wooded part of the mountain, and then it keeps going higher and higher. And also, look at how weird the vines look. I don't think the vines there are supposed to be intentional. There has to be some sort of bug because look at how many vines there are generated on the side of that. That doesn't look. That looks like a bug. Okay, that's a lot of vines. Why are they generating like that? That like look at that. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, but like that's very distracting. But like look at the mountains over here. Also, notice how cool. Also, look at that exposed emerald at Y174, and look, coal generates super high now. It generates at Y 170. Then before it could generate like really low. And you can see that there's actually like packed ice and ice here because it's like the ice caps are here. And then it keeps going higher and higher. And look at this. Like this isn't even the top of the mountain right here. It keeps going higher. And like look at this. I'm gonna enhance my render distance because you can't really see it very well. And it actually will become very laggy in a few seconds when I enable this. So yeah, as you can see, I'm at 6 chunks. Now I can go all the way up to 20 chunks. And okay, wow, it loads really fast. And this is a phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy A12. Look at how fast this terrain loads. And like, look at this. This is even like the top of the mountain right here. Also, look at that floating terrain right here. But like, look at this. We have iron all the way up here. Like the ore distribution has really changed in this update. And like you can see, there's actually now iron ore and stuff. Like, look, this is literally the peak of the mountain right here. At Y224. Look at this. I think my phone's gonna crash. Wait a minute. And the next seed that is completely broken now is actually the bamboo jungle. This is the second seed on seed picker. I'm not gonna go through all the seed picker seeds, but as you can see, this seed also I'm lagging because I'm at 20 render distance. You can see that originally the seeds was supposed to spawn you in a bamboo jungle, right? But this is not a bamboo jungle. This is a roofed forest. And you look around here and you notice, okay, this looks pretty normal. There's a swamp. Now, if I was correct, there should have been a mountain somewhere. Like I remember I explored this a little bit, and I remember seeing a giant mountain. This is also I'm not gonna lie, but like the old mountains compared to the new ones look so small. Also, I haven't turned on coordinates. Wait a minute, this is annoying. Real quick, let me just turn on the coordinates because this is actually kind of hard to see without the coordinates. So wait, how tall exactly? Okay, so this is like the old mountains. This is literally 84, and the tallest I can get the old mountains are about, I think, also, wow, I'm lagging really bad right now. 100, just barely 100. That's really lame. But I remember I saw, if I remember correctly, a brand new. Oh, so there's a ruined portal there. This is actually really lagging. Do not try playing on your phone with 20 render distance because it does lag. I've also noticed that rivers are actually a lot bigger with the new terrain, which is interesting because I think the reason it's so big is because of those new aquifers they've added in the new terrain. But as you can see, like the water seems a lot bigger. Like the lakes in general are so much bigger. And another thing I've noticed is that oceans now generate with stone at the bottom, which before this update were covered with gravel. I'm pretty sure oceans never used to generate with stone, which leads to these weird patches of dripstone, which looks kind of weird. But and also, yeah, this actually is I think is a bug because before there used to be gravel. See, look, this was the old like sea level right here where the gravel stops. It was at like Y52, and now because of the fact that the train is now going like below that, I think the gravel doesn't have the can't generate, and so instead it just generates with stone, which leads to weird results with the glow lichen being underwater. Which I honestly do not like the stone oceans. Like I don't like how you can just find exposed ore like this. Like they should fix this and cover it with gravel. Like look at this. Why can't I find lapis and ore down here? This is not what an ocean is supposed to look like. With a bunch of patches of snow, dirt, of diorite, dirt and stuff. Like this is supposed to be gravel. What the hell happened here? The oceans are just broken with this terrain. Also, look at that, a geode. This is actually kind of cool. Also, geodes are quite easy to find in the oceans. This is an underwater geode, and it's completely dark. I thought, okay, they do give off light. Okay, so yeah, that's another sea that's a bit broken, actually very broken because of the new terrain. And oceans, yeah, now oceans do seem to be a little bit deeper, but for some reason they just generate with stone underneath them. Like, look at that, it's just stone with patches of diorite and stuff. Like, that does not look normal. It's supposed to be with gravel. Like, cold oceans and warm oceans are meant to be. Warm oceans are covered in sand, but warm oceans are covered with wait, no, cold oceans are covered with gravel and warm oceans are covered with sand. Like, look how much dripstone there is generating here. Like, this isn't a cave. This is an ocean. This is not meant to generate here. Is there like a dripstone cave under here? Wait, there's not a dripstone cave under here. I'm guessing. No, there's no dripstone cave. Okay, on to the next. So this is the seed Epic Jungle from the seed picker. And I just realized this generates you in front of this waterfall, meaning that the moment you spawn in, you just get pushed by this waterfall down. Now, this seed actually still works because it technically is an Epic Jungle, as you can see. And plus, look at how cool this one looks. Like, you have these caves that are hanging over here, and like the vines like going down. Like, this actually looks better than the original seed. And like, you go over here and it like, look at this. Now I'm lagging so bad because I'm at 20 render distance, but as you can see, this jungle looks really cool. But what's even cooler than this is the fact that we have a brand new mountain biome over here, and it actually blends in really well. And like, this mountain isn't as intense as the other one that we checked out for the first seed, but it's pretty cool. Like, this one's actually pretty cool as well. We have like a bunch of powdered snow here. We have like a lot of this interesting terrain generation with a bunch of powdered snow. But how tall is this actually? Let me check. Oh my god, my frames. This is like, okay, I'm gonna sync in this. Okay, it's about like 165, so not, I mean, it's pretty tall, but, and so the rest of the seed is pretty cool. It's actually just a lot of plains, if you could even call this. Okay, now my game's lagging. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just a video about me checking out the new Minecraft terrain, and honestly, it is really cool. Man, I'm so excited for this update.